Imagine a warrior in full plate, designed not to trade blows with dragons, but to walk through fire and shatter a wizard's concentration. This is the Oath of the Spellguard, a Paladin subclass from the 2026 Unearthed Arcana playtest. While the standard Paladin fantasy involves dumping spell slots into divine smites for massive damage, the Spellguard pivots toward a specific mechanical niche. Most anti-magic frontliners, like the Oath of the Watchers, rely on passive benefits. They provide buffs to help allies survive magical effects through enhanced saves. The Spellguard redefines this dynamic by fusing offensive disruption with abjuration magic. Instead of just bracing for an impact, they punish the enemy spellcaster for daring to weave magic in their presence. Martial characters usually struggle against high-level magic users because closing the distance takes time, and maintaining melee range is difficult against enemies who manipulate space. A desperate caster can simply deploy a reaction like Shield to block incoming sword swings, or burn a bonus action on Misty Step to teleport safely across the room. How do you build a melee-locked character that actually stops an archmage from dictating the flow of the battlefield? You weaponize the action economy. By turning the Paladin into an aggressive abjuration tank, the Spellguard forces high-threat casters to deal with the armor right in front of them before they can target the rest of the party. The mechanical shift begins at level 3 with the Oath of the Spellguard spells. These ensure you always have premium abjuration tools prepared, regardless of your standard spell selection. Access to the Shield spell alone significantly alters your defensive math. A frontliner wearing plate and carrying a physical shield rests at a base 20 armor class. Spiking that to 25 on demand makes you nearly untouchable by standard weapon attacks. You also gain permanent access to silence and counterspell. Putting these precise control tools onto a high hit point martial chassis gives the Paladin immense authority over the flow of magic in an encounter. Equipping these specific spells demands a change in resource management. Instead of hoarding slots for critical hit smites, you must hold them in reserve to fuel vital defensive reactions. This spell list alone solidifies the Spellguard's presence in a fight, shifting your primary contribution from raw damage dealer to a dedicated arcane disruptor. The core of this playstyle is the level 3 feature, Spellguard Strike. This ability triggers when an enemy within your reach begins casting a spell that requires verbal, somatic, or material components. This flowchart shows the action. The enemy commits to casting a spell, triggering your reaction to make a free melee attack. Because of this 5-foot threat radius, your tactical positioning revolves around staying glued to the primary caster. This forces the enemy mage to take a guaranteed hit or burn actions to retreat. Because ignoring the Paladin results in immediate damage, Spellguard Strike functions as a genuine taunt, drawing attention through mechanical punishment rather than just magic. At level 7, the subclass shifts focus toward party defense with the Aura of Concentration. While inside your Aura of Protection, you and your allies gain advantage on Constitution saving throws made to maintain concentration on spells. This tactical grid illustrates allied casters stepping into your radius to safeguard spells. Layering over your standard aura, allies benefit from 2 separate buffs, your Charisma modifier added to their save, plus advantage from this feature. Squishy casters, who usually hide in the backline, are now incentivized to push forward and fight alongside you to ensure their spells remain active under pressure. By ensuring allied effects like haste or banishment don't drop, the Spellguard becomes a vital asset for any party relying on concentration-heavy magic. The level 15 upgrade, Spell-Breaking Blade, layers onto your previous abilities to create a combined countermove. Immediately after hitting a creature with your Spellguard Strike, you can cast Counterspell as part of that same reaction, effectively dealing damage and canceling their magic in a single motion. The feature includes a failsafe. If your counterspell fails to stop the enemy's magic, your spell slot is not expended. You only pay the cost when you are successful. At level 20, you gain Eternal Spellguard. Activating this as a bonus action gives your aura 3 effects. Your ally gains damage resistance, your team gets save advantage, and enemies face attack disadvantage. To optimize this, look at feat synergies like the 2024 Mage Slayer. It offers similar reactions, so weigh the mental save advantage against potential redundancy with your class features. You will get more utility from Sentinel or Warcaster. Reducing an enemy's speed to 0 ensures the caster remains trapped where you can continue to threaten their spells. By Tier 4, the combination of free counterspells, layered auras, and 0-speed movement penalties drastically reduces the options for a caster to avoid your disruption. Evaluating the Spellguard's overall viability depends entirely on the enemies your Dungeon Master chooses to run. The subclass offers elite anti-caster lockdown, but its primary weakness is this specific focus. If you spend your campaign fighting beasts or pure martial combatants, your core features remain dormant. However, in campaigns featuring powerful mages, this subclass allows a single paladin to neutralize the primary threat of a solo caster boss by constantly interrupting their action economy. This specialization directly addresses the martial caster divide, giving a physical warrior the explicit tools to suppress an archmage and maintain relevance in high-tier play. To maximize your defensive layers and reactive strikes, the Spellguard provides a reliable path toward a highly durable frontline character. For those concerned with party support, the concentration buffs and damage resistance for allies make you an essential anchor for any group. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit the like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the 2026 playtest material. And let me know in the comments, what high-level spell are you most looking forward to shutting down with your Spellguard's reaction attack?